Vitaly Zdorovetskiy is at it again, but this time he didn't just cross a line. He crossed an ocean and made a complete fool of himself in the Philippines. His antics, known for pushing boundaries, took a turn for the worse. And spoiler alert, the locals weren't impressed, with many expressing their disapproval openly, and neither were immigration officials. His actions led to a series of unfortunate events, including a run-in with the law. Stay tuned as we dive into the details of Vitaly's epic fail in the Philippines. Let's rewind a sec. Vitali is that YouTuber turned prankster turned menace who made a name for himself with shock value content like the Miami zombie prank and streaking at major sporting events. You know, the guy who thought public nuisance was a personality trait. His antics often landed him in trouble with the law, resulting in multiple arrests. Despite the controversies, he managed to gain a massive following and even appeared on various talk shows. Fans loved his audacity and boldness, making him a cult figure in the prank community. Behind the scenes, Vitali meticulously planned his pranks, ensuring they were as outrageous as possible. But his latest stunt? A live stream titled "Disturbing the Peace in the Philippines." Yes, that was the actual title. Subtlety has clearly never been his strong suit. Vitali rolled into Bonifacio Global City, one of the cleanest, most upscale parts of Metro Manila, and decided that was the perfect place to act like a complete jackass. He interacted with locals, causing quite a scene. It wasn't long before law enforcement took notice, and soon he was being escorted away, much to the amusement of the crowd. Even in the back of a police car, Vitali looked defiant, as if this was all part of his plan. Bonifacio Global City eventually returned to normal, but people couldn't stop talking about the incident. During the live stream, he harassed pedestrians by shouting obscenities and blocking their path. He even tried to take a cop's motorcycle for a joyride, but was quickly stopped by the officer. Then, he yelled at a masked woman that he was going to rob her, causing her to panic. And when she tried to walk away, he didn't stop there. He followed her and escalated the threat, like he was auditioning for a restraining order, making the situation even more frightening for her.
Stealing mall security guard's
He also
hat.
stole a security guard's hat in broad daylight and ran off like a frat boy on spring break, causing a scene in the busy streets. Again, this is a grown man in his 30s, not an angsty teenager. The crowd couldn't believe what they were seeing. Some laughed, others took videos, while the security guard just shook his head in disbelief. And it didn't stop there. His entire stream was littered with disrespectful comments about the country, its people, and the women he encountered. He showed no regard for their feelings. He mocked the way they spoke, grabbed random items from workers, and laughed at their discomfort. His actions were not only rude but also deeply hurtful, all in front of a live audience of thousands. The viewers were shocked and appalled by his behavior. Many took to the comments section to express their disapproval, while others watched in disbelief. So what happens when you act like a dollar store Andrew Tate in someone else's country? You get arrested. That's what. On April 2nd, 2025, Vitali was picked up by police outside a hotel in Pasay City. Immigration authorities had already flagged him for undesirable behavior and worked with local cops to detain him. The arrest was swift and efficient, with officers quickly escorting Vitali to a waiting police vehicle. At the police station, Vitali was processed and held for questioning. He appeared distressed as officers discussed his case, eventually placing him in a holding cell. Legal documents were reviewed, and Vitali had to sign several forms related to his arrest and detention. He was allowed a phone call, during which he contacted his lawyer to discuss the next steps. His lawyer arrived at the station, engaging in discussions with the police and Vitali to understand the charges and plan his defense. He's now cooling his heels in an immigration detention center in Camp Bagong Diwa, while awaiting deportation. And yes, they fully intend to ship him out and slap him with a blacklist so he can't come back. The authorities are taking this very seriously, and Vitali is facing the full brunt of the law. His actions have not only landed him in hot water, but also ensured he won't be returning to the Philippines anytime soon. Even BGC management stepped in, issuing a statement condemning his actions and saying they'd pursue legal action. They emphasized the importance of maintaining public order and safety in the area. The statement also highlighted their commitment to ensuring that such incidents do not happen again in the future. Because, surprise, people don't like when you treat their home like your personal circus. The locals were visibly upset, and their reactions were a mix of anger and disappointment. You could see it in their faces, hear it in their voices. This wasn't just a prank to them, it was a blatant disrespect to their culture and community. And then came the cherry on top. Another streamer confronted him during a separate encounter, trying to ask genuine questions about his behavior and motives. You'd think that'd be a moment of reflection, right? Nope. Vitali blew him off like it was beneath him to be held accountable. Classic narcissist behavior. When in doubt, deflect, deny, delete the stream. The confrontation left everyone around bewildered, questioning how someone could be so dismissive. It sparked a lot of conversations among the onlookers, who couldn't believe what they had just witnessed. Social media was ablaze with reactions, as people shared their thoughts on Vitali's behavior. The incident quickly went viral, with many expressing their disappointment and frustration online. But unfortunately for him, the internet doesn't forget. Clips of his harassment are still making rounds, with Filipino netizens and influencers slamming his entitlement and demanding consequences.
What's it like for a streamer?
Social media platforms are flooded with comments and tweets criticizing his behavior.
That's a good question because it frustrates me, but
content creators
I just started streaming. I don't have a fucking creator chat.
Other platforms
not you. Who's the creator that talks shit about me?
Amplifying the public
told you, but
outrage.
told
you. He's like 1,000
Backlash has been
subscribers.
relentless,
He's
showing
got
no
like
signs
a
of dying
million, so
down
he's not
anytime
talking
soon.
shit, bro.
So now, Vitali's not just banned from a country. He's become a poster child for everything wrong with clout-chasing culture. Fame without responsibility, views over values, and a complete lack of self-awareness. It's a cautionary tale for aspiring influencers. It's giving man-child meltdown in real time. A spectacle of immaturity. It's giving go back to YouTube jail. And honestly, it's about time. Maybe this will be a wake-up call for him and others like him.